Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll bring it out. It's carry on. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will get the ball first. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Give to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So NC State's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be fourth and short. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers in. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
They've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. NC State going up tempo. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolfpack! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Here's the pressure. He's got the back in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hokies are rolling down the field. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to return it. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Rush. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going to run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. But you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. But the defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Plows through the defense. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. 2nd down coming up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
From the gun, the running back has it. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back and leaves it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Walters. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The kick is on its way. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the run, it's Pedrino. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments of the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
And the Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
NC State quick to the line.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. NC State on the move, set up with another first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense, because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball.
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Rush. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. It's a draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They need 1 yard on 3rd down to keep this one going. This will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. To the air on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the stomping has commenced.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Oregon has the lead currently in Autzen Stadium, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Washington. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Gets it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The Hokies will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this...
There he goes! Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. They'll run it to the right side. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. This offense needs to avoid getting in its own head, getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's Walter. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down.
defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And down he goes back at the 3.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll give it to the back. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Rides the back on the option, the give.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18.
Down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The official says no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. On the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Quick completion to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Finds his man in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the heat. He's going to let it go. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long.
22, ready, go.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Offense in a split backfield. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got it behind the line. It's Hart. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And when you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by a field goal over Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run it from the gun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll try the run. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Here's a return from midfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Rush. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Now adjusting. It's complete to the right. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. They'll operate out of split backs. Back to pass, it's Ventura. Wide open downfield. And he's dragged down.
Man, and you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing, I'm like,
breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. NC State going up tempo. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. New setter downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Here we go.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carry-On. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, better look out! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they...
Turning it on! Oh, sweet feet! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the...